My wife shattered my heart after 8 years. Her secret lover tore us apart. But I caught her lies, fought through tears, and took my life back before she could abandon me forever. I'm Ben, 35, and I'm sitting here shaking, trying to type this because my life's crumbling and I don't know what to do. I've been married to Lisa for 8 years. Met her at a bar, fell hard, built a life in this little house with a yard I mow every Sunday. I'm just a regular guy, work IT from home, keep things steady, thought we were solid. She's a nurse, always busy, always smiling, and I trusted her. God, I trusted her so much. But the past few months, something's been off, and yesterday, I found out she's been lying to me. Maybe worse, and I'm a wreck trying to hold it together. It started slow, little things I brushed off because I didn't want to see it. She'd come home late from shifts, hair messy, saying the hospital was chaos, and I'd nod, make her tea, let it slide. Her phone started buzzing more, texts at odd hours, her flipping it over quick when I'd walk by, saying it's just work group chats. I'd catch her staring off, not really here, and when I'd ask, she'd snap out of it, kiss me, say she's tired. I believed her, wanted to believe her, because we've been through rough patches, money stuff, but always came out okay. I thought it was stress, her job, not this. Last week, it got worse. She'd disappear for hours, say she's grabbing groceries or meeting a friend, but come back empty-handed, her stories thin. I'd lie awake, her side of the bed cold, feeling this pit in my gut I couldn't name. She'd slip in late, shower right away, and I'd pretend to sleep, my heart pounding because something wasn't right. I hate myself for not pushing sooner. I'm not some jealous creep, never wanted to be, but it kept building, this quiet panic I couldn't shake. Yesterday, I broke. I had to know, and what I found is killing me. She left early, said she's picking up extra hours, kissed my cheek, and drove off. I watched her go, that pit deeper, and I couldn't sit still. Her laptop was on the kitchen counter, logged in. She's always careless with it. And I went for it. My hands sweaty, guilt choking me. I opened her email, scrolled fast. Work stuff, bills, normal junk. Then I saw it, a thread with Chris, buried but there, months of messages staring me down. My chest went tight. Missed you last night. Can't wait for Thursday. Stuff that hit like a punch. I clicked, my eyes burning. Photos, her with this guy, smiling, his arm around her, cozy in ways she hasn't been with me in forever. I'm crying as I type this. There's a hotel receipt. 2 nights last month when she said she was crashing at her sister's after a double shift. Dates lined up with her late nights. Messages full of stuff I can't unsee. How she feels alive with him. How I don't get her anymore. I sat there, shaking, staring at this life she's been living behind my back, and it's like the ground's gone. 8 years, kids we talked about, a house we painted together, and she's throwing it away with some dude named Chris. I closed the laptop, my hands numb, and just cried. Ugly, loud sobs, alone in our kitchen where we used to laugh. She came home that night, all normal, dinner on, humming, acting like my wife, and I couldn't look at her. She didn't notice, just ate, scrolled her phone, and I sat there, dying inside, nodding like an idiot. I saw it then, her flipping the screen, that little flinch when I moved closer, and it hit me. She's good at this, at lying to my face. I slept on the couch, couldn't be near her, my heart breaking every second she breathed easy next to where we used to be. I kept seeing those emails, Chris, her smile, how she doesn't need me, and I hate how much I still love her, even now. I woke up today, eyes all swollen, and knew I couldn't just sit here. I had to see it, had to know how deep this goes. I checked her phone while she showered. Unlocked, thank God for her habits. And there it was, text with him. Meet me at 6, usual spot. Love how you make me laugh. My hands shook so bad I almost dropped it. He's real. This is real. And she's planning to see him tonight. I snapped a pic of the screen, my proof, and put it back, my stomach churning. She left for work, all cheery, and I'm here, falling apart, knowing she's not coming home straight after. I'm so lost. Reddit. I thought she was my everything, and she's been someone else's this whole time. I'm mad. I'm hurt. I'm crying like a baby writing this, and I don't know what's next. I can't confront her yet. I need more. Need to catch her. Need to stop loving her so it doesn't hurt this bad. I'm gonna follow her tonight. See it for myself. I have to, even if it kills me. I'll update when I can, if I don't break first. Thanks for reading. I'm a mess, but it's helping to get this out. Update 2. Hey Reddit, it's Ben again, and I'm a total wreck typing this. Hands shaking, eyes all red from crying, barely holding it together. I posted last time about finding out my wife Lisa's been cheating. Emails with some guy Chris, photos, texts tearing my heart out after 8 years of thinking we were good. I couldn't sleep, couldn't eat. Just sat there hating myself for still loving her while she lied to my face. I said I'd follow her, see it for myself, and I did last night. God, I wish I hadn't, but I can't unsee it now, and it's killing me. After she left for work, yesterday, all cheery like nothing's wrong, I knew she wasn't going to the hospital. Those texts said, usual spot, at 6, and I had to know. I waited, pacing our house, my stomach in knots, picturing her with him. Chris, this stranger's stealing my life. I grabbed my keys, got in my truck, and followed her, kept my distance, hands sweaty on the wheel, heart pounding so loud I could hear it. She didn't go to work, drove straight past the hospital, through town, to this little coffee shop I've never even heard of, and I parked a block away, my chest so tight I thought I'd puke. I sat there, watching through the window, and then I saw her. Lisa, my Lisa, walking in, her hair catching the light, smiling like she used to smile at me. Then he showed up. Chris, tall, dark hair, the guy from the photos, and my world just stopped. She hugged him, long and close, his hand on her back, and I'm crying in my truck, tears blurring everything as they sat down. They were laughing, her leaning in, and touching her hand. I couldn't breathe. Guys, it was like watching someone else wear her skin. 8 years of us, nights on the couch, fights we fixed, promises we made, and she's giving it to him like I'm nothing. I snapped pics with my phone, shaky, awful shots of them together, needing proof, needing something to hold on to while my heart broke. They stayed an hour, all cozy, and I just sat there, dying inside, wanting to run in and scream, but too scared to move. When they left, he walked her to her car, kissed her, right there, in the open. And I lost it, sobbing so hard I couldn't see straight. She drove off, and I followed again, my hands gripping the wheel like it had saved me, and she didn't go home. Went to this cheap motel on the edge of town, his car pulling in right after. They went inside together, doors shutting, and I sat across the street, crying until my throat hurt. She's not just cheating, she's living a whole other life. I got home before her, somehow, my face a mess, and she walked in later. Usual excuse, late shift ran over. All calm while I'm dying inside. I nodded, couldn't look at her, watched her move through our house like it's still ours, cooking, humming, flipping her phone over when it buzzed. I saw Chris's name flash before she hit it, and my stomach turned. She's so good at this, at pretending, and I hate how it makes me feel stupid, small, like I never mattered. I slept on the couch again, couldn't be near her, my head spinning with that kiss, that motel, her smile for him. Today's been torture. She's at work, for real maybe, and I'm here, falling apart, digging more because I can't stop. I checked her laptop again while she was gone, my hands shaking as I scrolled. More emails, plans with him, a weekend away she's got coming up she hasn't told me about. There's one from last month. Can't wait to be with you, Ben's clueless. And I broke down again, crying into my hands, feeling so dumb for trusting her. I went through her purse, found receipts, coffee shop stubs, a motel keycard, and I'm sitting here with them, tears all over the table, building this pile of proof that's breaking my heart. Followed her again tonight. Couldn't help it. Needed to see if it's every day, this betrayal. She went to the coffee shop again, met him, same routine, laughing, touching, like I don't exist. I watched from my truck, crying quieter this time, snapping more pics, him holding her hand, her leaning close. They left separate, no motel tonight, and she came home, all normal. Dinner, TV, acting like my wife while I'm dying next to her. I'm so mad. Reddit. I hate her for this, hate him, hate myself for still wanting her back, for missing us even now. Then it got worse. My phone buzzed. Unknown number, a text. She's leaving you soon. Check her bag. My heart stopped. I'm shaking so bad typing this. Someone knows. Someone's watching her. Maybe him. I don't know. I ran to her bag, dug through it while she showered. Found a note. Her handwriting. Chris, I'm ready. Next week. I dropped it, sobbing right there. She's not just cheating, she's planning to ditch me for him, and I'm losing everything. I'm a mess, guys. I've got pics, receipts, this note, and I'm crying like a kid, not sure what's next. I can't face her yet. I need more, need to be ready, but it's killing me. I'll update soon. I'm breaking, but you're keeping me going. Update 3. I'm a total disaster right now. Crying so hard I can barely see my screen, hands shaking like I'm falling apart. I posted last time about catching my wife Lisa with Chris, seeing them at the coffee shop, the motel, finding her note saying she's ready to leave me next week. 8 years of marriage, gone, and she's been lying to my face while I'm dying inside. That text, she's leaving you soon, check her bag, sent me spiraling, and what I've found since is breaking me, but I'm fighting back now, even if it hurts like nothing else. I'm so lost, guys, but I can't stop. After I found that note in her bag, Chris, I'm ready, next week. I just sat there, sobbing on the floor, my whole world crashing down. She came out of the shower, all normal, asking what's for dinner, and I had to choke it down, pretend I'm fine while my heart's bleeding out. I nodded, made some excuse about work, and watched her move through our house like it's still ours, cooking, laughing at her phone, probably texting him while I'm dying next to her. I slept on the couch again, couldn't breathe near her, my head spinning with her plan. She's leaving me, choosing him, and I'm nothing to her anymore. The next day, she left for work, all cheery like always, and I lost it. Tore through everything, needing more, needing to know how far this goes. I hit her laptop again, my hands shaking as I dug. Emails with Chris, more plans, a freaking itinerary for next weekend, some cabin getaway she's never mentioned. There's one from him, can't wait to start over with you. Ben won't even notice, and I'm bawling, guys, because he's right. I didn't notice, not until it was too late. I found bank stuff too. Our joint account, withdrawals I never saw, hundreds gone, probably for him. For this life she's building without me. I'm crying so hard writing this. She's been stealing from us, from me, and I feel so stupid. I couldn't just sit there. I had to protect myself, had to stop breaking. I called a buddy, Mike, who's a lawyer, used my work phone, didn't want her seeing, and spilled it all, my voice cracking as I told him about the affair, the money, her note. He's quiet at first, then firm. Said we can file, protect my stuff, use the proof I've got. I met him that afternoon, my eyes all puffy, handed over pics, receipts, that note, everything. And he started drafting divorce papers right there. I signed them, my hand shaking so bad I could barely hold the pen. 8 years, gone, ink drying on the end of us. He said he'd file quiet, give me time, and I left with copies, my chest so tight I thought I'd collapse. Work's been my lifeline. I told my boss I'm struggling, took a few days, but kept logging in, staring at code while tears drip on my keyboard. Lisa didn't notice, too busy with her shifts, her lies, and I followed her again last night. Couldn't stop myself. Coffee shop, same deal. Chris there, her smiling, them holding hands. And I sat in my truck, crying quieter now, snapping pics like it's all I've got left. They stayed late, went to the motel again, and I just watched, my heart shattering, knowing she's counting down to leaving me. I got home first, hid my face, and she came in. Usual excuse, tough day, and I nodded, dying inside while she showered off him. Today's been brutal. I'm gathering more, building my wall. Checked her phone while she slept. Unlocked, thank God, and found texts with Chris. Next Friday. I'm out, we're free. My hands shook so bad I almost woke her. Friday, that's it, she's going. And I snapped pics, more proof piling up. Then I dug in her purse again, found a burner phone, hidden in a pocket, my stomach dropping as I turned it on. Messages with him. Love you, can't wait, Ben's clueless. And I broke down right there, sobbing into my hands, feeling so small, so used. She's got a whole secret life, a phone I didn't know about, and I'm crying like a kid who lost everything. Then it hit worse. Another text on my phone, same unknown number. She's taking more than you think, check the closet. I'm freaking out, guys, someone's watching, warning me, and I don't know who. I ran to our closet while she was at work today, my heart pounding, and found a duffel bag shoved in the back. Hers, packed, clothes, cash from our account, stuff I bought her. I dropped to my knees, tears streaming. She's not just leaving, She's robbing me blind, planning to walk out with everything she can carry. I'm so mad, so hurt, my hands shaking as I zipped it back, left it there. I can't let her know I know. Not yet. I'm a mess, Reddit. I've got papers ready, pics, texts, proof she's stealing, and I'm crying writing this because I still love her, even now. She's home tonight, acting normal. Dinner, TV, her phone buzzing, and I'm dying next to her, knowing Friday's coming. I can't confront her yet. Mike says wait, serve her first, but I'm breaking, guys. That text, the bag, it's too much, and I don't know who's helping me or why. I'm fighting to survive this, to take my life back, but it hurts so bad I can barely breathe. I'll update soon. I'm falling apart, but you're keeping me here. Update 4. It still hurt, but lighter, like I'm finally breathing again. I posted last time about Lisa, my wife of 8 years, planning to leave me for Chris, her secret boyfriend, next Friday, with a bag packed and cash she stole from our account. I was a wreck, crying every night, finding proof she'd been cheating, stealing, breaking me while I pretended everything was fine. That last text, she's taking more than you think, check the closet, pushed me over the edge, and what's happened since? God, it's been brutal, but I'm free now, and I need to tell you how it ended. After finding that duffel bag, her clothes, our money, ready to go, I couldn't just sit there anymore. I was shaking, sobbing, but I called Mike, my lawyer buddy, told him about the bag, the burner phone, her plan for Friday. He said we're ready. Papers filed, proof locked down, and told me to move fast, get out before she does. I spent that day packing, my clothes, laptop, the pics and receipts I'd collected, stashing it all in my truck, my hands trembling so bad I dropped stuff. Lisa came home, all normal. Dinner, smiles, lies, and I played along, my heart breaking every second, knowing it was almost over. Thursday hit, and I acted. Told work I'm out for a bit, personal stuff, and they didn't push. I drove to a storage unit, dumped my things, my eyes all puffy from crying, and set up a motel room an hour away, somewhere she couldn't find me. Mike called. Papers were set. She'd be served Friday morning, before she could bolt. And I felt this mix of terror and relief, like I was finally fighting back. I went home one last time, checked the bag. It was still there, packed tighter, and left, my chest so tight I could barely breathe. She didn't know I knew, didn't know I was gone, and I cried the whole drive, letting 8 years slip away. Friday came, and I waited, holed up in that motel, staring at my phone, tears dripping as I pictured it. Mike texted, process server hit her at 9 a.m., right as she'd be getting ready to leave. I saw it in my head, her opening the door, papers in her face, divorce staring her down, and I broke down, sobbing into my hands, knowing she'd lost her clean exit. I didn't see it myself, couldn't face her, but Mike said she called him, freaking out, demanding to know where I was. I'd blocked her number, her burner too, and sat there, crying, feeling her world crack while mine started mending. She left that day. I drove by later, couldn't help it, saw her car gone, the house quiet. Neighbor texted, saw her hauling that bag out, Chris's car peeling off, and I sat in my truck, tears falling, knowing she'd gone to him. It hurt so bad. Guys, 8 years, and she chose him, but I'd beaten her to it, taken my life back before she could take more. Mike said the bank froze our account, her withdrawals flagged, my half safe, and I'm sitting here, bawling, because I won, sort of, even if it feels like losing everything. Weeks passed, and it's been a blur. Divorce grinding on, Lisa fighting at first, her lawyer scrambling, but my proof was too much. Pics, texts, that note, the money she took. She settled fast. House sold, my share wired, her silence loud after all her lies. Chris bailed, Mike heard, couldn't handle the mess, left her alone, and I'm crying writing this, not for her, but for me, for what I thought we had. I moved, an apartment, small, mine, started freelancing IT again, my hands steady now, tears less every day. I burned our photos, kept one letter she wrote me years ago, a memory I can't let go yet. I'm still a mess sometimes. Nights are hard. I miss her laugh, miss us, but I'm fighting through it. That unknown texter, never found out, maybe a friend, maybe Chris slipping up, I don't care, it saved me. I saw her once, weeks back, at the grocery store, alone, tired, no ring, and I walked away, tears in my eyes but my head up. She broke me, Reddit, took my trust, my home, my heart, but I'm building it back, piece by piece. I cried writing this, remembering her with him, but I'm not that guy anymore. Clueless, crushed. I'm Ben, hurt but standing, and I'm free. Last night, I stood on my balcony, city lights blinking, and felt it. Lighter, not whole, but alive. She's gone, her lies gone, and I'm here, not perfect, but mine. I loved her so much, lost her to him, and it nearly killed me, but I survived, guys, and I'm letting her go. Thanks for being here. I was a wreck, falling apart every update, but you kept me going. I'm still crying, but it's okay now. I've got me, and that's enough.